everyone and welcome along to round number 5 of the WWRL Championship here on F1 2018. We are here at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia for the 5th round in this championship, and after 4 exciting races prior to this one, first European race here on the coast of sunny Spain, we should be seeing some great action tonight with 18 drivers, possibly 19. So these 19 drivers will be facing a tough 2.9 mile circuit with 16 corners, a mixture of high speed and low speed ones, especially here in the final sector. Right now with the current championship leader, Smoltino currently tops the charts with 58 points to his name, ahead of his teammate Bascadino in second place. It's nicely congested, I must say, in the midfield. In the fight for second place it should be. There's a lot of drivers around Bascadino, so he's going to have to improve his game again if he wants to keep that second place and maybe even challenge his teammate, who's got a pretty comfortable lead at the top of the championship. He comes into pits though, he's currently without a lap time, and you know he's going to need to set the timing charts alight if he wants to have any chance of keeping that first place in the championship. Well, Rick Vega and is that Adib or is that Davey? Yeah, is that Davey's at the side of the track at the turn 14 and 15 chicane. He's without a bit of front wing, so he must have made a mistake somewhere on his lap. He's going to dart in into the pits now as the drivers are going to start their second lap. I think that was Mantis coming through. No, it wasn't. I think it was Julian actually starting his lap. So let's go on board with the newbie to this league into turn 1 and 2. Pretty neat and tidy for the Ferrari into this long swooping turn 3. Very easy to run wide, and that's exactly what it's done. Commentators curse full effect there for the Dutch driver in the Ferrari. Round turn 4, another swooping right-hander. Very easy. There's a lot of traffic in his way. That's a Force India. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not really sure what Briggs doing here. Going for a stroll, it looks like, on the outskirts of this circuit. He's managed to regain control of his car. I'm going to go back on board with Julian as he comes down towards a tricky braking zone of turn 10. One of the only really hard braking zones. You know, the lap is taken 56% on full throttle, especially with these 2018 cars. We're going much quicker than previous years. Into turn 14, he locks up and he has to cut the chicane a little bit there, but with regular corner cutting, I think he should be okay. Up towards the line now. He puts himself. He actually didn't improve, I don't think. No, he didn't. Satoshi is going for a lap. He's got a lot of traffic in his way there. That looks like the McLaren headers Davey and Julian, who both go out of the way. They go to the MotoGP track layout there, especially the Ferrari does. But through turn 12 comes the Sauber. And into turn 13. And now the tight chicane of 14 and 15. Very well indeed. No, I say that he gets all out of shape on exit, and he actually dives into the pits there, but that might not have been planned. His car was all out of shape, and then the car just directed itself into the pit lane. You know, you can't really go much further from there, and he has to bail into the pits, unplanned for, as Jan puts himself 5th place there with a 117.7. Latsera, this went completely under the radar. 116.0. That's a very quick lap time from the Force India. Wow, he's 6/10 clear of Mantis in second place. That's very quick indeed. Oh, interestingly, Rick Vega on the soft tyres. The only driver so far I've seen on the yellow mark tyres. In 7th place with a super soft tyre. So if he wants to get start on those softs, he has to improve that time, which is probably a tough ask for him. He hasn't really practiced as much, he told me. Oh dear, getting all out of shape on turn 5. Comes to this very he's got that turn 7 and 8 all wrong there. And that could be the lap over for him. Up towards turn 10, it's going to be unlikely to improve on that time. He locks up as well. Up towards the line now. Is it going to be improvement? Just about. Wow. fine margins there, but he actually moved himself up 2 places there, up into 5th place. Solid effort from Rick. I did not expect that from him, but you know, he's on the 3rd row so far on the soft tyres. I wonder if anyone else will follow suit. Jasper's coming through turn 9, he's still without a lap time, and right now, he's going to be starting at the back of the field. The championship lead, this is not ideal circumstances. He's going to nail this final sector, which is very hard to do on a pass, and oh dear. All out of shape at turn 11, it looks like. It looks alright so far. Let's carry on board with him through the chicane. Quite nice indeed, I must say. And round turn 16 onto the straight. Puts himself in 9th place. Good recovery. Good recovery, but still a few tenths more to find if he wants to put himself up the field. It's a massive gap between 4th and 5th. Look at that, 116.9 and 117.5. That's a 6-10 gap. As Satoshi, Basudino and Rick Vega all in the pits. They will not improve. That light cruiser has potential to make his way up the field a bit. 5th place is probably a reasonable target for him right now. Through turn 5 onto the AstroTurf on the exit. No harm done there. It's turn 7 and turn 8. Pretty well done there for the Renault driver, who his teammate Sagatari is unable to attend, which is why Edge is currently not setting a lap time so far. He's just started his lap actually, so he's gonna he has to set a competitive lap time here. Otherwise, you know, the one-time race winner who won in Bahrain, obviously, he's gonna have to get a good lap in time. But I want to go back to his teammate, who's coming up towards the line now to say that, and he puts himself 5th place. There we go. I said it, and the Renault driver does it. 5th place for him. He is done with qualifying. But I think Edge is the only man, yeah, and Edge is the last remaining driver to not set a lap time and not be done with his qualifying session just yet. Into turn 10 we go now. Heavy braking zone. Has to nail this, and he does that pretty well. Does the Hungarian Renault driver. I think he's from Hungarian anyway, but round turn 12 we go. Into the final couple of corners here. Nailing the chicane pretty nicely indeed. Round turn 16 onto the main start-finish straight. Where does that put him? It puts him in 3rd place on soft tyres? Oh, that is a spicy lap time. Only 7 tenths off the pole time. You know, with those soft tyres, he could be a threat. Maybe not the start of the race, but with that alternate strategy, that's going to definitely make things interesting, as that is it then for the qualifying session. So your rundown of the top 10: Lazzaro, Mantus, Edge on soft, Julian, Jan, Satoshi, Light Cruiser, Basudino, Panda Cruiser and Rick Vega. Crucially, it's going to start on those soft tyres. That gamble has paid off. So he, alongside Edge, will be starting on that alternate strategy. I'll be interesting to see how they pull it off, if they pull it off. Lazzaro is waiting. His brakes, tyres, everything will be overheating, but not for much longer, because we're going to start the race. We're all set here for battle in Barcelona. It's lights out, and away we go. Lazzaro gets a storming start. Edge also, Mantis bogs down a little bit, so does Julian, as Julian gets some connection issues, but into turn 1 we head now. Lazzaro covers the inside line from Edge. He's going to try and go round the outside of him. It can't quite make the move stick. Mantis settles into 3rd, and Jan Mosika has made his way up the field. Julian bogging down a little bit. He's going wide at turn 3. He's onto the gravel a little bit. A lot of drivers, Toro Rosso also going wide at turn 3, but they all look to get through a bit cleanly there, which is very nice to see. Lazzaro settles into 1st place, building up a gap already on the Renault driver, who's on the soft tyres, remember. Rick Vega and Panda Cruiser are swapping positions, as there's contact, a little bit of contact there. The Sauber of Agent is going down the Red Bull's inside, and he makes a move stick there. So Panda Cruiser Sven dropping down the points, and he's right outside of it as he's trying to get past the Sauber down towards turn 10. He's going to take the inside line. Sauber outbreaks him a little bit. Can the Red Bull keep the move? No, he can't. He has to settle into 11th place. As there's yellow flags in the distance. Who is it for? Is it... No, I don't really know who's for. It's Jan Vosika. Oh my word, he's parked in the middle of turn 13, that looks like. He has had a mistake of some sort. There's absolute chaos at the back. Milk looks like he sustained some front wing damage of some sort. We're going to start lap 2. Jan has retired from this session. Oh dear. And Light Cruiser. Oh, what a save. Wow, that was some save that. It looked like he was going to head straight for the barriers at turn 2. He managed to keep it on the track but loses out to Satoshi in 5th place. Julian is not that far behind his compatriot either. Barged off, it looks like, from Adam and Smoltino. He's looking at a heap of places here. Oh, I think Sven's having connection issues here. Big errors for Sven, down in 15th place. He's lost 6 positions at the start here. And he was ahead of Anonymous, I think, and Smoltino. But now he's down in 15th place, going down the inside of Hettis Davey. Can he make up at least one of the positions? Yes, he can. He barges McLaren out wide. On board with Julian now, trying to get past Light Cruiser. Light Cruiser defends the inside line for turn 1. But it's a clean pass for Julian. Round the outside it goes. That's Rick Vega going round the outside of Bascadino as well. So Rick making up places at the start on those soft tyres. There's more yellow flags. Is it for Hettis Davey? Oh my god, Adams facing the wrong way. Oh, what a move by Panther Cruiser, just to mention that. Round the outside of that really slow Toro Rosso. He sustained front wing damage. Did Hettis Davey... Oh, so Adams also having a little spin. Having a pirouette on turn 2. Hettis Davey with front wing damage. Both McLaren struggling. Down in 16th and 17th. That's not great for him. As Adam having to defend from Ocean Chief. This shouldn't be too difficult for the Williams, with Toro Rosso sustaining that from wing damage. By catching Adam having a spin, we've seen Light Cruiser getting overtaken by Rick. And Rick's all over the tail of Julian now. Julian looks like he might be struggling here a little bit. Rick on those softer tyres, selling a bit more to the track, and he's going to take the outside line. They're going wheel to wheel down the main straight, and it's a clean pass again. Julian can't really defend. He's going to go into down turn 1. There's a bit of body stuff. Rick Vega have to go off the road a little bit. He gets past the Ferrari. Yeah, he does. Rick Vega now up into 5th place and dispatches the Ferrari. And now 3 seconds to catch Satoshi in 4th place. And Lazzaro and Edge are actually going side by side. Wow. Edge is really quick on those soft tyres. He's trying to get past. Is this time? Is this the soft tyres time? Are the super soft struggling a little bit on that Force Indians that I advertised in the session? I just caught that at the flick of my eye, and whoa, what a dive bomb from Edge. Can he make the move stick? Lazzaro tries a cutback move through turn 12, and Lazzaro keeps it just about. Wow. Edge is going to go for the switchback again himself, and he's got the inside line for 13. Lazzaro forced out wide a little bit. Into the chicane we go. Mantis has got a great view for this. If they keep on swabbling, Lazzaro dives into the pits, as does Mantis. I did say the Super Soft might be wearing on those tyres. And Edge, no, Lazzaro's picked himself a 5-second stop-go penalty. Come on. Ah, what a shame. Mantis does not do what Lazzaro did. There are loads of people diving into the pits. Satoshi, Bassadino joining the Force India and Ferrari. But it's Edge who now leads this race from Rick Vega. From Julian, who's under pressure from Agent Smith here. Julian really seems to be struggling here. He might have made a mistake going a lap longer. Oh, massive tank slapper. And he has to take to the escape route as Anonymous gets past Julian now. Yep, Julian definitely made a mistake. Those tyres are as dead as a doornail. as it seems. He's definitely made a mistake. Look how much he's fighting that car. Just trying to keep it on the road. He's definitely going to have to bail into the pits on this lap. Wow, those tyres are screaming now. Every single corner. And he just about manages to get his car into the pits. But he's lost a heap of time. Mantis pushing Sayano to Halo through that turn 9. He's going to have to try and go the long way around turn 10. But he makes a move stick on the Red Bull. The Red Bull tries to fight back. But with those fresher tyres, the Ferrari sails past and back up into 7th place goes the Ferrari. A pass to 4th place is about to happen as an Animus, I think I'm going to call him, sails past Agent Smith in the Sauber. The Toro Rosso getting past, and up into 4th place he goes. As Mantis has left the session, that doesn't seem intentional. I think he might have had connection issues. Running in 7th place, that will be 7th place for no longer as Sayano to Halo will get back past him, but I can't invite him unfortunately, so he's going to have to pray for a spare invite from other people. Oh, and someone has had a problem somewhere. Is it Agent Smith? No, I don't know actually. He's been overtaken by Lazzaro. So Lazzaro's slicing his way through the traffic pretty nicely here, and Animus is next to come in the Toro Rosso. Lazzaro on the fresher tyres. Not really surprising that he's getting past him. He's going to go for a dive into turn 5. Yes, he does. Down the inside goes the Force in the air. Very nice move indeed. And now he'll be sniffing that Mercedes of Smeltino any second now. Look how fast he can go through turn 7 and 8 compared to that Mercedes with those worn soft tyres. Look at the traction Lazzaro has compared to Smeltino. Smeltino knows this is not a fight worth battling. And Lazzaro gets past way before the braking zone of turn 1 and back up into the podium places. Sayano to Halo is causing quite the train here on this alternate strategy of his. Bascadino and the 2 Ferraris are all over the Red Bull's tail. To be honest, the Ferrari of Mantis is all over the Bascadino's tail. And Julian, is that Julian staying on the inside? Wow, that would have been a very audacious move. That's unfortunately lost Mantis some time now. Bascadino has got some breathing space from the Ferrari, and he'll try and get past the Red Bull down this straight as the 2 Ferraris actually might commence battle. Into turn 1, Julian sends it up the inside of Mantis. That's a very aggressive move. Mantis after going onto the curves a little bit, and he's gone off the track a little bit. He's lost some momentum. And Julian has got all the momentum in the world, trying to go the long way, the extremely long way, around the outside of Sayano to Halo, but he's made the move stick. Wow. Whoa, this could be a 3-wide moment. Julian going to go down the inside of not just 1, but 2 drivers. Into turn 1 we head now. Bascadino gets past the Williams, but gets overtaken by the Ferrari of Julian. Wow, that's a very good move, again, from Julian. Making his mark on this league in style. He's gonna now try and catch up to Light Cruiser, who's in a bit of a clear air to be honest. 6.4 seconds to Satoshi in 6th place. Oh, I've missed it. Julian has got past Light Cruiser as soon as I say it. Wow, that was very quick indeed. Light Cruiser must have had a shocker. Oh, he gets very out of shape with the chicane and has to go off-road a little bit, and he gets overtaken by Julian. Rick Vega comes into the pits and puts on a set of medium tyres, as does Edge. Edge now comes out 9 seconds behind Lazaro. That's how much time he's lost just being on that alternate strategy, but I'm sure it'll come back in his favour once Lazaro pits for the second time. Light Cruiser looks like he might be struggling a tad. He's got a nice train of Bascadino and Mantis behind him as Anonymous pits on his alternate strategy. He'll come out somewhere around Panda Cruiser maybe even Agent Smith, but I want to look at this battle for 6th place. Bascadino and Mantis are sizing up moves. Who's going to make the move? If anyone's going to make the move, but Bascadino going to send it down the inside. He's too far back. Whoa, and that's Panda Cruiser getting past his teammate, looks like, into turn 1. Sayano to Halo is still yet to pit on those old soft tyres. 13 laps, he's still going. Surely he's going to have to bail into pits this lap. There's no other driver, actually, no there is. Ocean Chief in 8th place, doing quite well for himself. Oh, there's more battles here. Bascadino and Mantis commencing their own battle. The Ferrari getting ahead of the Mercedes' yellow flag can turn. When sector 1, I should say. Is it for Anonymous? Is it for Adam? Is it for... who is it for? I don't know, to be honest. Whatever they are, they have been alleviated right now. Agent Smith ahead of Anonymous like they were before they pitted. Is Anonymous going to go down the inside into turn 10? Yes, it looks like he's going to do just that. Into the turn. And he squeezes Sauber out. Into 13th place goes Toro Rosso. Through turn 9. Ruben goes wide, and that's going to invite Mantis to have a look at the Renault. He's going to go down the inside into turn 10. Ruben brakes a little bit later, actually, and manages to keep it. Now Bascadino is going to have to pressure the Ferrari. The Ferrari has one hand grasping that Renault. Again, one hand behind his back because he's going to look after Mercedes of Bascadino with front light cruiser. I guess it was a bit wide there at turn 15 there, and this can invite Mantis to have another go down the main straight. The Ferrari pulls out to the outside. Is he going to make the move in for the braking zone? Yes, he does. Into 5th place goes the Ferrari, and he dispatches of the Renault. Bascadino will look to do the exact same, but he's a bit too far behind at this current time. See a great overhead shot of this battle for 6th place. Bascadino almost like pushing the Renault through the final corner. The Renault goes extremely defensive. Rick Viga's also in this battle. Rick Viga could get involved from the medium tyres on his own in the strategy. There's no way past for him. Yes, there is. Down the inside goes the Force India. Gets past 2 in one go. That is how you do it. Wow. Rick Viga in the Force India sails past the Mercedes and the Renault, and he's up into 6th place. This man is going places up the field. Bascadino stays in 7th. Ruben has lost 2 positions, and he could be under pressure from the other Mercedes now of Smiltino. Wow, that is a mesmerising move from Rick Mantis. You might have to watch out, my friends. You might have a Force India on your tail very shortly. Speaking of Force Indias, Lazzaro comes into the pits, but remember, he has a 5-second stop-go penalty. So it's going to be interesting to see where he pans out. Oh, this is going to be so frustrating, having to watch his crew members do absolutely nothing for 5 seconds. Where is he going to come out? That's going to be interesting. He could come out near his teammate here, actually. He comes to the pits now. Actually, no, he's got some clear air, actually, as a lot of drivers are bailing it into the pits. Mantis, Smiltino, Bascadino, and Light Cruiser. Julian is pressurising Satoshi in the Sauber. He's been catching him for a few laps now, and he's going to not just catch him, going down the insides of the Sauber, pushing him wide a little bit. The Sauber has to take evasive action, and he just stays ahead. But how much longer? Julian might get a better exit through turn 3, not having the compromised line. This battle will compromise both of their strategies, because they're both going for the 2-stop. Edge out in front, leading comfortably. It should be an easy race win for him, but Julian is still putting a ton of pressure on the Sauber. I wonder when these are going to pit. Satoshi on 1 lap older tyres compared to Julian, as Hettis Davey retires from the session. He was down in 16th place. He would have played a massive part on the race. Julian goes down the inside at turn 10. I don't think he can make a mistake just yet. He's going to keep down the inside. That was very close racing between the 2 drivers. Satoshi just about staying ahead. But how much longer? Julian, look how much he's pressurising the Sauber through these tight corners. I wonder who's going to bail into the pits for this lap. Is it Julian? Yes, he does. He's going to perform the undercut on the Sauber. He's going to get it stopped in time. He does. Unlike Lazzaro, who comes past him. Lazzaro will put pressure on Satoshi now. Satoshi's going to have to watch his mirrors again. Oh, Anonymous retired from the session. Oh dear, what's happened to him? Oh, he's crashed where Lance Stroll crashed it. Infamously at testing. Oh, what a shame when his debut ends in a DNF. As Satoshi now dives it into the pit, goes very slowly on pit entry. I'm going to keep an eye out for Julian, who's putting pressure on Panda Cruiser, who is on very old soft tyres. He dives into the pits as well. But where is Satoshi going to fire out? Is he going to go ahead of Julian, or is he going to come out behind? All depends on Julian's outlap. Julian is ahead by a comfortable margin, it looks like, yes. If anything, Satoshi's going to be behind his teammate, is he? Yes, he is. Agent Smith moves himself up into 5th place. Wow, that's a very quick lap time on those medium tyres. I'm going to have to say it's a bit of a stretch if he wants to try and get past Edge for the lead of the race. But that one-stop strategy is very crucial here at Spain, as Julian actually puts his name on the fastest lap board. As Satoshi gets past his teammate. I don't know if there's team orders going down at Sauber, but that move doesn't really surprise me. Satoshi on those fresher soft tyres compared to those older medium tyres. But Agent Smith knows his fights and knows when to fight them and knows when to back out of them. And I don't know what, I should probably stop saying this. Agent Smith on his debut doing very well for himself actually in 6th place. Mantis is 2.3 seconds behind him on those fresher tyres. So Agent Smith, if he keeps him at bay, that will go down very well in the Sauber garage. Oh, Bastardino got on board with him, and then he's just bottled it on the exit of turn 12. What a shame for the Mercedes. And Panda Cruiser and Williams of Ocean Chief I'm taking evasive action there to avoid the stricken Mercedes. What a shame. A simple mistake, a simple loss of traction there. But being a bit too eager, is Mercedes. Williams lets him pass again. I think. I don't know. But the Mercedes down outside of the points now when he was ahead of his teammates. But crucially for Smiltino, that is an extra 2 points for his championship status. I think he will probably still be in the lead of the championship right now. Agent Smith actually decides to bail into the pits here. Is he going for an alternate strategy here? I thought the soft medium trial was going to be a different strategy, but he has decided to pit again. And he comes in for a set of soft tyres. So he will drop down the field, but with our fresher tyres compared to those around him, especially Bascadino, who's coming out of the pits right now. He comes out just ahead of the Sauber. The Williams, will he get past Sauber as well? Yes, he will. So Agent Smith down in 12th place, but should dispatch of these two cars very quickly, especially the front wing-less, the man with the less front wing, Bascadino. This is a battle for the final points paying position. It's a move down the insides. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down there, Agent Smith. That was an incredibly ambitious move, and it didn't pay off. Does Bascadino sustain any more front wing damage? I don't know how his front wing can get any more damage, to be honest. Unless he slams it into the wall at 300 miles an hour, but that's impossible for an F1 car, unfortunately, as Mantis is now all over the tail of Satoshi. So, as one Sauber but dives into the pit, when Mantis is right behind him, and another Sauber awaits the Ferrari. Whoa, Satoshi getting all out of shape, and this is definitely going to be Mantis all over the Sauber's gearbox. Through turn 9 we go. Down the DRS straight, Mantis pulls out to the outside. He's going to be a long way around the corner, and he can't make it stick. Sauber pushed him wide, actually. So Satoshi really eager to stay ahead of the Ferrari and keep that 5th place for his championship. You know, if he makes more mistakes like he did at turn 8, that 5th place, he might as well say goodbye to it. Oh, Panda Cruiser is right behind his fellow cruiser, Light Cruiser, not having the best of races here, down in 8th place, and coming under pressure from the Red Bull, who surprisingly is still in this race, considering the amount of engine failures Red Bull are experiencing at the moment, but is putting a heap of pressure on the Renault, his teammates. Edge is comfortably leading, despite Lazzaro going sustainably quicker. but with 6 laps remaining, it's not going to be enough. But can Panda Cruiser get past Light Cruiser down this main straight? How will this maybe be completed? Will it be cruising down into turn 1? Will it be a battle through turns 1, 2, and 3? We'll have to wait and see as Light Cruiser goes defensive into turn 1. Panda Cruiser having to go round the outside. It can't get past just yet. Panda Cruiser with the quicker tyres, so I'll expect a move to happen quite soon. Into turn 4 we go now. This is going to be a great battle. I can just sense it in my brain. You know, these guys have battled a lot in the past, and in this season especially. You know, in China, in Bahrain. I'll be looking to see another battle commence right now. And again, it's Panda Cruiser trying to get past Light Cruiser. Panda Cruiser's been doing very well for himself, Sven. So he will be like to get past his fellow cruiser. I don't know why I say cruiser, like it's like a species or something, I don't know. Panda Cruiser is still putting a lot of pressure on Light Cruiser. Expect a move, not here, but definitely down the main start-finish straight. If Sven can hold these corners together through the chicane. Panda Cruiser, oh, don't really know what happened there. Lost the traction a little bit, but I don't think that'll dampen his mood as he's going down the main start-finish straight. Light Cruiser goes defensive to how much? Whoa, Sven, a lot of movement from the Red Bull. Going round the outside, can he make it stick? There's contact, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there. Sven still can't get past. Light Cruiser doing a great effort to keep the Red Bull behind. And there's no way past so far. Just under 3 laps to go here of this exciting and thrilling Spanish Grand Prix. Satoshi is just about staying ahead of Mantis. Mantis looking really eager to dispatch of the Sauber and make Ferrari finish 4 and 5. Julian actually gaining a lot on Rick with his 18 lap hold mediums. I think it might be a little bit too late though for the Ferrari, unless Rick really makes a mistake in these last 2 laps. You know, he might actually do it. Julian, you know, never a man to give up on something. So we will have to wait and see as the second Ferrari of Mantis. Whoa, who was that? Was that Adam? Whoever that was, I think it might have been Adam there, getting extremely out of shape there. Really preventing Mantis from getting through here, but Mantis is now within closing range of the Sauber. Pulls out to the inside, down the start-finish straight. It's going to be a clean pass into turn 1. Sauber tries to fight back into turn 2. He goes off the road a bit. Through turn 3 we go now. Mantis is past Satoshi, up into 5th place. Will the Sauber fight back into turn 4? No. Wow, Mantis gets past. Arriva Bene will be going mental on the pit wall, but Satoshi sent up the inside at turn 5. That was extremely audacious, but he doesn't make the move sick just yet. This battle will go right to the checkered flag, it looks like. Speaking of battles, Panda Cruiser is back on Light Cruiser. These two are still battling. Satoshi and Mantis still battling. Satoshi's going down the inside at turn 10, and gets back past Mantis. Wow, we start the final lap. Edge is already halfway through his final lap, it looks like. Julian looks a bit too far back on Rick's case. Mantis, though, through the chicane for the penultimate time, and onto the start-finish straight for the penultimate time. Surely there's going to be another replica of last laps. Yep, it looks like it's going to be a clean pass again. Will Satoshi fight back into turn 1? It looks like it's going to be the exact replica, but Satoshi keeps it. Oh, there's contact into turn 2. Just about keeping on the road there. Mantis is still ahead as they go wheel to wheel into turn 4. Satoshi tries to keep it round the outside, but on the dirtier side with all the marbles, it's no surprise that Mantis gets back past. Panda Cruiser still behind Light Cruiser, But let's go on board with Edge, who wins the Grand Prix. Wow, he has been dominant all race. Lazzaro finishes 3.7 seconds behind him. It was on fire in the last stage of that race. Congrats to both of you. Rig Vega will come home to take 3rd place. I am delighted for him. You know, after all his bad luck in the start of the season, he takes 3rd. Julian, unable to mount any pressure on the Force India, he takes 4th place. Mantis will come home in 5th place. A decent result for him. Satoshi in 6th place for Saba. Smoltino, not bad for the championship leader, but not great either. He will take 7th place ahead of Light Cruiser, Panda Cruiser and Agent Smith coming through the chicane for the final time. Will complete your top 10 for this Spanish Grand Prix. A great Spanish Grand Prix it was. So there we go then. All the drivers have finished. The record of each race producing a different winner is gone now. Edge is now a 2-time winner, winning in Bahrain and winning in Spain. Thankfully though, we were able to see him cross the line, unlike in Bahrain where it was decent. But yeah, that is it then for the Spanish Grand Prix. I am going to have to interview some very happy drivers, it look like. Edge, are you with me?
Yes,
Thank you. Right. Okay, let's start off the interviews with yourself. That is your 2nd win of the championship. How does it feel?
it feels great. Although I'm just a reserve driver, but when I can race, I'm trying to do it 100%. So
Yeah,
I was surprised that.
Yeah. What was your thinking behind the one-stop strategy? Like, was it planned before the race, or did you just try the soft tyres out in qualifying and just dig with them? Yeah.
I knew that I wanted to do that, but I didn't expect it to be a 3rd place, so that was a really big plus.
Yeah, what was it 3rd place qualified? Wow.
Yeah, I think it was, and my start was okay too, so I could overtake Mantas before turn 1, so I just had to stick with Alfie. And like after lap 2 or 3, his tires were starting to go off, and I was just being patient. But we did some good battle. I think around lap 4 or 5, I couldn't get past him. I thought I had enough tire advantage to go on the outside, but yeah, I couldn't. So yeah, but he did a really good job on the 2-stop because I didn't expect it to be this close.
Yeah, talk us through that second half of the race. Was it just like conserved? Was it just a tyre conserve? Or were you trying to go flat out because you knew Alfie was trying to catch you up?
I was saving my tires because I expected that Alfie would catch me up, and I'd rather do that with like fresher tires.
Yeah.
If he did catch me. Like I think if I pushed them, he would have been close as well. So I was just trying to save fuel and ERS and stuff, so I could defend.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
Yeah, he got that stop and go, and that was like, yeah, it was easy from there. So didn't really have to worry about it.
Yeah, well done on that victory. 2nd victory of the season. Thankfully I was able to capture it unlike in Bahrain. Anyway, let's move on to Alfie. Hello.
Hello.
Right. Talk us through that qualifying lap. 1:16.0, and apparently you didn't cut the chicane. What?
Barely.
Oh.
Like, you know, the dark red bit, like
Ah, yeah.
left wheel was on that. It wasn't like a full cut, like you know. But yeah, I just did how I like Spain, and I did it well. So yeah.
Yeah, and well, you got about a 5-second stop go penalty in your first pit stop. Do you think that cost you the race win?
I'm not saying it cost me, but I've been right there with her chat at the end, so I wasn't sure how if like dirty air would have been a thing then, but yeah, but,
Still happy
I
with that
think
second place?
yeah, still happy. More points in the championship, which is always good, and yeah.
We'd go for that win in Monaco then, you know, second of the season. Surely first has to be the aim for Monaco.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be racing at Monaco because it's Halloween, but maybe.
Apparently it's
maybe
not. Apparently they're not racing next week.
Isn't that?
I don't know.
Alex says.
Oh,
We will have sports that so I guess we'll have a break.
that's what I
So,
thought.
Yeah, I'll go for the win, but I know Rick's really strong at Monaco, so yeah.
Speaking of Rick,
Yo.
congratulations on your first podium this season, Rick.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk us through.
It was my first race of the season. So
Who was it?
yeah, it was.
Oh, I swear you raced in
Yes.
Australia.
No, he did the first
I-
take of Australia.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. I was like, I just want to take it slowly, just want to see how I'm feeling. But I didn't practice because I had no time before the race, so I think it was like a self-discovery mid-race. And when I knew I had the pace to push, I think I was confident enough to push. But then I spun, I think on lap 12. Just put a bit too much of throttle on the curve, and then I think my race was done from there. And I had to keep drilling behind for the last 2 or 3 laps as it was catching me a second lap. And yeah, it was pretty much that.
Nice job.
Thank you.
And one final. That is it then for the 5th round of the WWRL Championship here at Spain. Another great race for me to watch, and we'll see you for Monaco in a week's time. Catch you then.